welcome. Our first live of the new year, and we're happy to be here, as I always am. I just got in the door like 2 minutes, so we're a little bit late starting. I got a special guest today, and we're going to talk about originality and style and beauty. Oh, my favorite, my absolute favorite subjects. Sometimes, like, I can't, when I go out to parties and stuff, I'm no good because there's not very many people who want to talk about those things with me, really, generally. I don't know. I can't talk about hockey. I don't know nothing about it. So I think sometimes, I don't know. I remember once telling Robert that the Stanley Cup, someone won the Stanley Cup. And this was like in October, and it was last year's Stanley Cup. And I just heard it, like this was years ago. A little better now since my kids played. I thought, like I could make conversation with him about something he was interested in. Anyway, he just like shook his head. So, but these are the things I love to talk about, and these are the things I'm interested in. I do want to show you my word rug. So the word I chose for this year, and I'm not holding fast to any word this year really too closely, but listen is a word that I've been thinking about, and listening to my own self, my own spirit, my own, but also listening. I often say in the house, I often ask Robert to repeat himself, what, I'm just trying to, stop that and to try and listen. So I think we've ordered frames for these, have we, Kaylee?
Julia gave me a list of frames yesterday.
Good, great. So we ordered a frame for that, and I think I'm going to hang it downstairs in the new, because we try to, listening is important. And I try to listen to like the rug hookers and what they want and what you want as rug hookers and in our community. But I also try to listen to my own artistic spirit and sort of, merge the two. I think it's important, right? That you have to, as a creative person, you have to really listen to yourself. So I'm not gonna lay that there because I hate rugs laid on the back of the chair. It's not my favorite thing. Anyway, so let's get some hooking done. Now we're still working on this, and we're going to be working on it for a while, as you can see, because it is one big mother of a rug here. Okay, so I'm going to take this dark green right across here. Oh, like, you know what? I still have some of this green hanging in there, so let's. Oh, I brought up a white with it. That just bugs me. Okay. And Kaylee, you're on the comments, right?
Yep.
So
Teresa Williger said, good morning.
Teresa Williger, good morning, Teresa. Welcome. Welcome to our Thursday live. And we'll come up with a question of the day. So if you want to comment, we noticed last week people were really commenting and talking back to us, and that is fun and interesting. So if you want to comment, I would encourage you to just talk to us. Tell us what's on your mind. If you have any questions about the rug that I'm making, if you want to make any comments about style and beauty, or tell our guest anything, Kaylee's going to be watching the comments now, which makes it way more fun. It's are you watching on Instagram too, Kaylee?
Facebook.
You can't do both.
Well, I can't go on the Instagram and comment. I think Warren can see the comments.
Yeah, you can see the comments. Instagram's kind of different that way because the comments, that are made during the live are not there after the recording. Yeah. So it's a little bit confusing. Good morning from Kingston.
And Denise. JCT said, my word is play. Play with your kids, your pets, your friends.
Oh.
And good morning from Ottawa. My word is simplicity.
Simplicity. So going to tell you a couple of practical things. The word workshop, we're going to take it down on Friday. So if you're interested in the word of the year workshop that we did, if you've already joined it, don't worry about it. Like, you'll still have access to the recording. But we're not going to keep that up all year long because it doesn't remain as relevant. So we're just going to take that down, tomorrow, I guess. We'll put it away and we'll bring it out next year. Maybe next New Year's, around New Year's, we'll bring it out again. Where are my scissors? Scissors. There we are. So I'm bringing in some heavy lime, as you can see here. And let's get some hooking done today. Like, let's get some real... Look at that.
Carol Bretzloff says, good morning, Deanne and everyone.
Oh.
She's from Shawville, Quebec.
Oh, Carol. It's nice to hear from you, Carol.
Hi, Carol. I talked to Carol on the phone.
You do? I've talked to Carol on the phone, too. fun. From Quebec.
So guess what, Lorna?
You went outside.
I went for a walk.
Oh my gosh, she went outside. We're tormenting you, aren't we, Angela?
Yep.
And how was it?
Refreshing.
Feels
Cold.
good.
It was cold on the weekend.
And then I went home yesterday and I have a yard full of trees.
What's that mean?
We're cutting down trees,
Oh, how come you're cutting down your trees?
which is breaking my heart
Yeah,
because they're rotting and
Yeah.
they're close to the house.
right. Who's cutting them down, Rich?
No, somebody by the name of Daryl
Okay,
and his wife, and they come with their tractor and they cut
Oh.
it, and she uses the tractor to knock it over,
great.
and it works.
You could use your car since it's going in for a recall.
It's not.
Yep.
I heard Volkswagen was calling her yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going in for a
Lord,
recall.
They probably scared to call.
I apologize.
Uh,
I did, and I said I'm
I
very
can't
happy.
blame you for being frustrated. I'm not saying that.
I love my car.
she does. She loves her car. What do we got going here? I feel like if I put too much of this dark green in back here, am I going to have enough? Like, do I need to mix it? I think I need something else to mix it with, like maybe this one, maybe this sort of, or maybe more of this. I don't know. I need, like, I want to mix my darks back here. It's getting really flat, but I really love how, and I think I'm just going to like take a little bit of gold, fleck it around like this. Not trying to show anything. I'm just trying to add a little bit of color. I was thinking we should have are we doing anything for Valentine's Day again this year? Are we going to have like waffles or anything again this year, do you think, Lorna?
If you want.
I think we should. I was also thinking we should all get Fat Floyd's chicken sometime.
I know. I've never had this.
It's
you guys talked about
fried
it.
chicken. Do you like fried chicken, Kaylee?
I've had it and it's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But shouldn't we get like a couple of buckets sometime? Like after
I would love that.
I would love that. All right.
You realize, Gail,
Greg
you're
would.
the one.
You're the one going to get it, Kaylee.
Okay.
But we'll find a nice day. Like, and the weather's good.
The drive to Spring Hill is pretty. Like when there's snow, like the back road.
Yeah, the back road. It is
snow
pretty.
and stuff.
But we're not waiting until October for this. When the drive is really pretty.
I'll go.
Okay. But wouldn't it be fun?
Twist your arm, eh, Gail?
I know. It's a nice drive.
It is. I would go get us some chicken.
Oh, Kaylee. Be so good.
We'll have to get it on not a Tuesday. Oh, well, no. Because we'll have to get something else for Greg.
Yeah, we'll have to get something else for Greg. But I was wondering, maybe they do fish and chips.
I could look that up.
Yeah.
Teresa Williger, when you said that Angela, you went outside,
Yeah.
she went, Angela, woo!
Oh, woo. Woo,
Then
Angela.
I said,
From Teresa
I
Williger.
think about Sunday. Rich said it was too cold. I said, that's why you bought that really nice winter coat.
Yeah, you have that really warm coat.
Yeah, but it's really windy up on the hill when you.
It is
when the
windy up
flies
there.
I
are.
walked to Sobeys. I near froze to death, but
Okay,
I walked.
do you want to know why? And this is going to sound silly.
Why?
So usually Tuka's in daycare,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to walk because she's tired out. And then I feel, oh, it's going to be weird if I walk up the road by myself. Like they're going to be like,
How come she doesn't walk her
No,
dog?
Where's the
I
dog?
was
Or
hoping
is
you would
Angela
at least
going to
go
find
Saturday
something?
and Sunday.
What's that?
I was hoping you would at least go Saturday and Sunday.
How is your accountability chart going, you two, in general?
I'm doing really good too.
Are you?
Yeah, we write on it every day.
And you're dry this month? You're on dry January?
Dry January, and I'm working out 6 days a week.
6 days a week. Good
Yeah.
for you. She's punching it.
And now we're getting fried chicken.
Ah.
You know what I know. You can't give up everything for a whole month.
No, you don't have to give up everything. You just have to eat. You could only have you could just have one piece of fried chicken. Wouldn't hurt you in a salad. We could bring salads with it and skip. We could skip the. We could skip the fries and just get the chicken.
Oh, you can't skip the fries.
We won't skip the
I
fries.
never had their stuff, so I don't know. It's good.
Okay. Well, I've got Kaylee. Do you want to introduce your lovely friend who's come all the way from Halifax to visit with us.
Yes.
Yeah, Michaela.
This is Michaela Abood.
Welcome,
Hi.
Michaela. How are
Hi,
you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I love what you're doing. So
Thank
you are a young woman potter, and you want to be an artist.
I do.
You do.
Yes.
Isn't
Yes.
that great?
It is.
Tell me about your work.
Yeah. So my work is primarily influenced by the ocean and my time spent underwater in Australia and in Thailand and in the Mediterranean. And I really wanted to translate the beauty of the underwater world through ceramics. So, if someone doesn't have the opportunity to go diving or go to these different places, they have the art right here in their living rooms or in their kitchen. Then, yeah,
It's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
this is a candelabra. You could put
Yeah.
like 10 candles in this.
yeah, you could put
If it-
10, 15.
Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
In a room.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
lovely.
And
Yeah.
Michaela, also, where did you work?
Yeah, so before becoming a full-time artist, I worked as a marine conservationist, conservation scientist with Environment Canada. And yeah, I just decided to pursue art full-time, and I've been really enjoying it. I think art can tell a story, and yes, I worked in conservation and science, but I feel like art can still portray such a beautiful way to want to conserve the environment.
Yeah.
Just a
It's
different way.
Yeah, a different way of making people feel the beauty of what's around them. Really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me about these pieces right here.
So these are my urchin bowls, and urchins are just often so overlooked in the marine environment, and they're so important. And I just wanted to create a bowl that just made you feel like you're eating something from the tidal pool, essentially, just like having a little piece of the ocean or the tidal pool in your home. So
Yeah.
that was the influence with these. And I like how they look so delicate, but urchins are such strong species. So
yeah,
just
such
like
strong
that balance
creatures.
between the delicate and the strength.
So you're throwing this pot and
Yeah.
then you're hand building this.
Yeah, so I throw the bowl and then I take clay and just pinch it and attach it to the sides. Yeah.
What's the thing that makes you want to be a full-time artist?
I think the connection with people.
Yeah.
Since starting, I've met so many wonderful people like
Yeah.
you,
Thank you.
and just knowing how art makes people feel, how it influences and inspires people, I think it's really rewarding. I loved my work in conservation. That was so rewarding, but this is a different level. Art moves people.
Right.
So, yeah, I just really like being in a community of people that do that.
Yeah. How long did it take you before how long were you potting before you decided to give up your job?
So my job actually ended in September 30th. I work for the government, and things shift, and science jobs are kind of one of the first things to shift and go.
Right.
So there was a team of, I think there was about 5 of us that had to be let go due to federal deficits, and it was no fault of our own. So I was already doing this every day after work. So my day ended at 4, and from 4 to 10 p.m. I would just do pottery.
Right.
So this transition of just doing pottery from 9 to 5 now, I'm really enjoying it because every day it's different.
Does it scare you to make that leap?
Yes, it really does, but I've had incredible support from my friends and family, and on social media. I'm on TikTok, and a lot of people
how's it going on TikTok?
Good. I'm close to 15,000 people on
people.
TikTok,
Yeah,
and people are commissioning so many things. I just sent something to Spain yesterday.
Beautiful.
And I think the words of encouragement is what's keeping me going, and it's kind of like that safety net.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll be okay.
I think you'll be great. I think you'll do really, really great.
Yeah, thank
you.
It's
really about, putting your spirit into it.
Yeah.
But then also finding a way to make it sustainable and still holding on to your spirit.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah, I think if you're passionate about a medium, the path will align, like it will work out for you, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think it will too. And but I said to you before, like, can you see your own originality? Can you see it?
I think so, but only
Yeah.
because people like you are telling me about it, and I'll get comments being like, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
And yes, I've seen this underwater, and I'm kind of trying to translate its beauty into the outside world. So,
Yeah. That's good. That's good
Mhm.
that you feel like that you're feeling that confidence. I just
Mhm.
I want to touch this, right?
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
Like that's a good thing. But I think like what other than people telling you, what were the first signs for you that your work was original?
The first signs was, I'm not sure. Like I couldn't find anything like people do create choral artwork.
Yes, I do see it. I know.
But it's, I guess I wanted to create full reefs
Right,
almost, and I
yeah.
didn't really see that interpreted in this kind of way where there's delicate petals that also can hold fire like a candlestick. So I kind of wanted, and in pottery, candlestick holders are very popular. So I kind of wanted to combine the two, and then it became this original piece. So, I didn't see anything like it. And yes, the ocean influences a lot of artwork and a lot of artists, but I wanted to kind of create something I never saw before. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And even these lines that are in here. So you're scraping these lines.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's one
Which
of the
makes
longest
it-
parts is
yeah.
like I take a carving tool and I
Yeah.
sketch every single one of the lines in each of these petals.
Yeah.
And and then with the glazing process, with pottery, you have to glaze something 3 times
Right.
when you're hand painting and you're not dipping an actual piece.
Yeah.
So that process also takes a really long time. But
yeah. And so how many shows did you go to this fall? Did you go to a lot of them?
I had my very first exhibit show at the Ice House Gallery in Tatamagouche, and I absolutely loved it. I loved connecting with artists. I love learning about their processes and networking, and I really hope to do more this year.
Yeah, that's your goal. So you want to exhibit your work as art more than you want to go sit in a booth.
Yeah,
that's how you want to approach it. Good
yes,
for you.
I really want to be in the fine art world, in the gallery world. Yeah.
Now, some of our viewers are on TikTok, but so how would they find you on TikTok?
My TikTok is Coastal Ceramics.
Okay,
and it's all one word.
And your Instagram?
Coastal.ceramics.
Coastal.ceramics. And these pieces are all sold, actually. Aren't they? They're all sold. And this is all you have right now. You're going home to make more.
Yeah. So Christmas was a really busy time, which I'm really grateful for. I love that people are supporting me and they resonate with my work. But it was also a crazy time. It was the first time I started really selling things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start Christmas in July or August next year to just avoid that burnout. But yeah, I'm starting some new collections, and I think you saw yesterday that I'll be doing smaller candelabras. So,
and I loved your philosophy about that.
Yes.
Tell them your philosophy about that.
So my philosophy is that I feel like art should be more accessible. This is my personal opinion. I think that not only the very wealthy or the very elite should be able to home beautiful art pieces. I feel like it should be accessible, and if you offered something at a lower price, it might inspire someone to want to buy more original artwork, and that kind of put them in that motion of being like, oh, I love that I bought something with someone created with their hands rather than picking something up at Winners. You know what I mean? So that would inspire them to keep on that path. But yeah, I just feel like art should be accessible. It makes people feel many emotions, and I think that should be shared through all, no matter what your budget is. So I kind of wanted to make smaller ones offered at less than $50, so people can,
anybody can own.
Anyone can own.
For the most part. So I love that. I think it is a philosophy that I share with you, that everything shouldn't be $1,000. You know what I mean? We have to have things that are available and accessible.
And I by no means want to undermine any or undervalue art. It's not about that. It takes so much to build stuff with your hands, build the rugs with your hands. So, but just to offer something at a smaller price, so people, it's more accessible
something accessible. And this is all hand built.
Yeah.
So this isn't thrown. This is like you folding in these petals.
Yeah. So this one's fully by hand.
Yeah.
These were created on the wheel and then attached. So.
And then attached.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really, really amazing.
Thank you.
Well, I'm really glad you came today. And are you on Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook.
Okay.
I will be.
Some of our viewers are only on Facebook.
Yeah.
And, an older audience a lot of times are just using one channel. So,
yes.
But yeah, it's up to you. We all find the channels that are right for us. And
exactly.
Go for it. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming today and telling us your philosophy about art, sharing your work with us.
Yeah.
And getting us thinking about like originality, because I think that is a really, as we each approach our own rugs, our own making, whatever that is, I think it's really important that we think about being original. Even sometimes if you're using a pattern or a simple bowl, like Michaela here has taken the oldest form probably that we ever used as a food utensil.
Yeah.
And you've just up-leveled it.
Yeah.
And changed it. So that's really amazing. All right, let's go back. Let's hook a little tiny bit more, and then we'll show some wool. And so that was Michaela Abood, and it's Coastal Ceramics. So I'm just going to hook a little bit more. I'm going to show you our wools that we have. And I'm going to remind you about Renew. I want to tell you something about Renew. So as of Monday, you can still buy Renew. It's not closing or anything like that. But after Monday, we will not be able to send you out your package. Monday is the last day that you can get the swag pack, which is the thing that actually is that we're mailing in the mail. It's a nice thick envelope with our workbook and our folder and all the things that we need for Renew and some special treats for the weekend of Renew. So that ends on Monday. So if you want that and you want to join us for Renew, you can join us with by signing up, and it's right on the front page of our website. And today, Angela, I think we should put the banner up to remind people about that. Put the banner up on the front page of the website, like the little skinny banner, because right, that would be a good idea. And then link to the. So we'll do that right after. And I just want you to know that we bring guests on for lots of different reasons. And I love today that Michaela shared with us her desire to be an artist and what that means for her, and how she's willing to step out of, looking for a job in a conventional way and go full time as an artist, because I think what she's saying is that she's following her creative spirit, and that's not for everybody, but it is for her, and she knows it, and she's following that, and I just really respect that in people. So it's going to be a real adventure for her. Anyway, this is where I'm at. Is that too dark down there? Okay, no more dark down here. Just keep the light down here now. I'll bring some more light in there so I'll remember that. And now we're going to just have a look at our wool.
So why don't you want to extend the dark down further?
Well, I just don't want it to get too heavy down here, and I want to hold on to the perspective. I may end up having to take that bit out right there. I just feel like I just kind of want it to go, very traditional values like light to dark in this piece. I think it's going to give me a distance, because there's kind of an abstractness with all these daisies. So what's everybody commenting? There's some nice things being said probably.
Yep. Donna Stevens looked at Michaela's work. It's great. These pieces are grand. I just wish you a very long, rewarding future. Your attitude and intent will do you well, Betty. He said. Karen DeWeese said good morning from Indiana, and someone, I can't find the comment here. Good morning from Texas. Your cold weather has moved down here.
Oh, yeah. Please come get it.
From Deanne Tarwick.
Deanna, we're not going looking for any cold weather. We're hanging in here. So.
Oh, Betty the cat.
Yeah.
I forgot you were live today. First time in 4 years, and I even have the day off work.
Oh.
I can see you.
Welcome, Betty. Thanks for joining us. So today I'm going downstairs and I'm going to try and decorate the downstairs. And yesterday the plumbers were in. Everything is working down there now, right? And the floor is clean?
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be good. But I'm having a little challenge. I brought in a whole bunch of things from home. So we're looking at greens and blues again, I guess. And
what's the name of the rug you're working on?
the rug I'm working on? What is that one called, Kaylee? Do you know that Daisy's?
I'll go find out.
Yeah, she'll find out for us. I'm not sure. Sorry. It is a pattern, though. I know that. So this is.
Kelly selected these in honor of.
Oh, Michaela, because these are like. Oh yeah, they're like sea colors. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So this is crimp, and it is called Clouds in Crimp, and this one is called Enchanted Forest in Crimp. So I mean, obviously they can be undersea too, but look at Enchanted Forest. I do love crimp. I haven't got any crimp in my stash right now.
And we have lots of crimp, so that's.
Do we have lots of crimp? Did we just get some more in?
No, but we have lots, and
We just haven't talked about it, and I haven't been using it, so I think I'm going back to it.
And the rug you're working on is called Daisy Fields.
Daisy
And
Fields.
it's under the patterns on linen and burlap.
And this one is called Marshwind Green. It's a really strong green. It's really pretty though. Look at that. And oh, that's now that's very Michaela, I would say. These kinds of colors, they're deep. This is a super sock wool if you wanted to make some socks, but we do use this for details in my rug. And when I was walking in the snow this morning, I thought about some details that I want to put in the background of the rug that I'm working on now. And I'm going to need some very fine yarn. So if you ever need really fine yarn for detail, that is great. And this one here is called Denim, and it's Mecha Denim. And this is a koi goo, and this is a peacock blue, but it is a boucle. So you can see it has a nice, which gives you a nice nubbly texture if you're using it for the sea. And I love this yarn. It's chunky. I use it all the time. And this one's called Turag. I don't use this color all the time, but I use that yarn all the time and I love it. But today I think I'm going to go out and have a look at our crimp and see what else is there, Kaylee. Is there lots of different colors?
There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay.
But there's more than 5 in
Each one? Okay, great. All right. So thanks, Kaylee. Any other comments you want to bring to us before we say see ya?
Karen Croxell
Oh,
loves
hi,
how
Karen.
the rug is coming.
Oh,
And
good. Thank you.
sometimes it's hard to read them because the comments don't show up in the right order.
Oh, that's the way it is. But we're glad she's here. I'm glad she's keeping us in touch
Martha's
with you.
here. She was late.
Martha was.
She's gonna make sure she watches it all.
Oh, I dropped my mic. Martha's here. And you can always watch the replay on our website. It's always there under lives at hookingrugs.com. And I just want to remind you to support younger artists. Make sure that you just even what Michaela said about telling them that their work is good and that there is a possibility of making a living as an artist. Imagine the world without artists. Imagine what that would feel like. Just imagine that. Oh, sounds so black and dark, right? You have to support younger artists. So get out there and support younger artists. And if you have one in your life, encourage them, give them encouragement. And one of the best ways to encourage them is to buy their work. So thank you. And that's hookingrugs.com. I'm hoping that we're going to see you, more of you sign up for Renew this weekend so we can get our swag packs and we have to get everything ordered, everything in the package, everything packed up. So that's ending on Monday, but after that you can still join Renew. So that's it for this week. And just remember that when you share rug hooking, you never know what you're sharing. And we know this time and time again from the letters I've read you, from the stories we've been told. When you share rug hooking, you never know what you're sharing. See you next week, and thanks, Michaela. We have a present for you, Michaela. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh. That was Kaylee's note to me.